Mario Barrios weighs in at 146.2 pounds. 146.2.
146.8 pounds for
the weight class I belong in. This is the one I feel the most comfortable, so excited to start my journey at 147.
A toda mi gente mexicano que está aquí. Viva la raza! But yeah, no, this is huge for me, for my career. Yeah, man, I'm excited to step in there tomorrow.
Best of luck.
Chaos erupts at the final weigh-in as Ryan Garcia nearly comes to blows with Mario Barrios. In an instant, the calm monk mode narrative cracks, replaced by raw fight week electricity.
I've already said it all, I've done it all, and now I'm just ready to kick ass. I'm going there and just this man up. You don't understand. I'm gonna him up. You don't know what I've been training like. You don't know the vision I have. You do not know I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'm on fire. I'll break this whole thing right now. That's how I'm firing. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. I'm strong. And I'm louder than that whole team. They got like 5 people there. Look how loud. Woo! We couldn't hear you, bitch.
One moment is a routine stare down. The next, it feels like the tension could spill over. You can sense that invisible line between promotion and real emotion getting dangerously thin.
And I feel like people are overlooking that aspect. Like, do you feel like people are vastly overlooking your experience coming into this fight?
They might be, but it doesn't make a difference of what's gonna happen, come fight night.
How does a dominant performance against Ryan look like?
Just making him uncomfortable, just exploiting, his weaknesses, which I think he has a lot in his fighting style. Not saying he's not dangerous, not saying that, there isn't things that he's really great at. I just know that I'm a better fighter.
Then you rewind to the press conference, and the verbal chess match was already heating the room. Garcia spoke with cold confidence, treating Barrios like the obstacle, while hinting he's coming in stronger, sharper, and reborn for this moment.
I just think that I'm one of those guys that I will just beat him, and I just think that everybody thinks he's just some savant in the ring, and I'm just here to take that away. That's pretty much what it is. They thought Devin Haney was the same way. He's unbeatable. That's what Eddie Hearn said, right? And then went and beat his ass. Same thing with Shakur. I know people are saying he's pound for pound, this and that, but I don't see it. He gonna have to prove it. I beat him in the amateurs. I'll beat him again, and I will hurt him. You don't understand me? Like, I will humble him in ways that he's never been humbled before.
And Barrios answers in a completely different register. Calm, dismissive, almost amused. As if theatrics don't win fights, execution does. The contrast is cinematic. Garcia feels like ignition. Barrios feels like containment. One is loud belief, the other is quiet certainty.
Anyways, we did been doing some research for Mario. He fought Keith Thurman with 10-ounce gloves. We don't want that. We want 8-ounce.
What's that?
Keith Thurman, he fought him with 10-ounce gloves. We want 8-ounce. So we want to know what decision you're gonna make. Are you gonna do 8-ounce or 10-ounce? I want it 8. I want to go at it straight up.
Oh, 8?
We want the danger.
It's already determined. We already got our 8 ounces.
Okay, so we're doing 8.
Are you
Let's
kidding?
go. Let's go, baby.
Asking.
Let's go. Okay, well, I don't know who we're going to, but we're doing 8-ounce. That's what we get.
Oh, no, 8.
When fighters with opposite emotional temperatures go forehead to forehead, sparks are inevitable. The near scuffle doesn't just sell drama, it reveals mindset. Garcia looks emotionally charged, mission-driven, almost vibrating with urgency.
I think he's gonna be surprised just how big I am. I've been seeing interviews and everything. He's trying to downplay the size difference. He was trying to say it's because I was wearing Docs, but he was wearing platform Converse. So I think that's the main thing that he's gonna be surprised with. Because I know in a lot of his fights, he builds a lot of momentum by walking, these fighters down, but I don't think he's gonna be able to do that. When he has that presence in front of him.
Barrios stays composed. Champion posture, noise outside, calculations inside. And that psychological clash may be even more explosive than the punches once fight night arrives.
I see a motivated Ryan, which ultimately is going to make him very dangerous inside the ring. But I see a Barrios who is confident, a Barrios who's coming off a draw with the legendary Manny Pacquiao, which counts for a lot because, trust me, when Ryan hits him and he goes down, he's going to get right back up. So it might be a long night for both guys. It's going to be a fun fight.
That weigh-in chaos flows straight into Oscar De La Hoya's preview, because once he starts talking about the first bell, about butterflies, adrenaline, and intentions colliding, you realize this isn't press conference energy anymore. It's psychological truth under lights. Oscar flat out says Ryan wasn't motivated for the Raleigh fight, and he paid for it. And that lands harder than any highlight clip, because it's a legend diagnosing a mindset failure, not a skill failure.
I think a lot of things went wrong in his camp. Just wasn't focused right from the start. When the fight was maybe being negotiated to the final bell, he just wasn't there psychologically. I don't think he wanted that fight. I don't think he was motivated to fight a Rolly.
Then Oscar flips the script and says he now sees a motivated Ryan Garcia. And that's where the danger rises, because a focused, naturally explosive puncher is a completely different equation than a distracted one. But he doesn't let Mario Barrios get lost in the spotlight. He keeps reminding everyone that Barrios is coming in confident after a draw with Manny Pacquiao, and that kind of experience builds a different kind of durability. Oscar even warns that if Ryan drops him, Barrios is the type to get back up and keep coming. It sounds less like a prediction of a quick finish and more like a warning about a war. And when De La Hoya calls this do or die for Garcia, it ties into everything we've heard all camp: redemption, pressure, and whether Ryan can stay locked in when the lights get harsh.
Living legend in Pacquiao, and didn't lose. Took the draw. I think that gives him more confidence. We're not going to see the Barrios that we saw with Pacquiao. We're going to see a whole new, improved, stronger, faster, better Barrios because of the Pacquiao fight. So, yeah, Ryan better be in the best shape of his life. He better be, stay focused, in control, and take care of business.
Oscar then adds the psychological layer. Trainers in opposite corners, mind games, the battle for belief, and suddenly the fight feels less like speed versus discipline and more like composure versus chaos management. He even calls Barrios predictable but determined, while framing Ryan as the unpredictable variable. That contrast is exactly why this matchup feels volatile, not straightforward. One man is structure, the other is momentum swings. Oscar keeps coming back to the same idea: whoever wants it more. It sounds simple on paper, but in a fight where one fighter is rebuilding his mental identity and the other is defending championship pride, that question of hunger becomes the real storyline, hiding underneath every punch.
It's a matter of putting it together. It's a matter of having the love for the sport once again. Remember what got you here. Don't remember where you're gonna go. Remember what got you here. So I see a Ryan that's focused. I see a Ryan that's determined. I see a Ryan that really wants it. So I think come February fight night, it's gonna be a very, very intense fight for both guys.
That reflective, almost philosophical talk about lessons and discipline suddenly snaps into a different energy the moment Ryan starts speaking. Now he doesn't sound like a man rebuilding, he sounds like a man convinced the storm phase is over and the championship phase is loading. When Garcia says the past camps, the trainer changes, and the chaos shaped his character, it reads like a real-time rewrite of his own story, turning every misstep into seasoning instead of damage. And that mindset can cut two ways. It can be elite maturity, or it can be elite self-belief, depending on what shows up under the lights. He then says he's rededicated himself to diet, discipline, and sacrifice. That lines up with the version we've been seeing in camp footage: sharper, calmer, more measured. Not the highlight-chasing Ryan, but a more surgical one. But when he adds that Barrios won't be able to handle the speed and that punches are coming from everywhere, the classic Garcia confidence comes roaring back. The same swagger that can make him lethal when it's backed by structure and vulnerable when it's backed by impulse.
How have you envisioned yourself winning the fight on Saturday?
Oh man, I just want to be sharp. I just want to show people how sharp I am. You know, when you put pressure on yourself, it kind of sometimes you force things. So I think
Are you feeling like, are you putting pressure on yourself?
no, I'm just saying, like, if you try to predict what you want or like envision how it should be, you know, you kind of get too, you know,
Like in your head
obsessive
about it. Yeah.
You know, I'm just here and you're gonna see me fight my best I can fight.
Big boxing update coming soon. Subscribe and turn on notifications.